You've occupied a very unique position in that you are one of the very few people that exist in the world that have this deep understanding of the intelligence at your fingertips and sources, both from an American perspective and understanding from an Israeli perspective. And yet, another dimension to this war that's played out over the past couple of years has been the information war, how that's played out in the media. With everything that you know, what do you perceive as one of your greatest frustrations or disconnects with that very public messaging and the media narratives that have played out?
Well, first of all, I think what we don't plan for enough in war is the information aspect. And information warfare is going to be present when we think about any future war scenario. And I think some of the lessons we've learned after October 7th are going to apply when the United States thinks about what war might look like if China tries to take Taiwan by force, if Russia continues to attack Ukraine. We are seeing what it means for adversaries or enemies to spread misinformation and disinformation. A really good example with Israel is the Al-Ahli hospital attack.
Yeah.
Very early after October 7th, when Israel was accused of targeting a hospital and killing a lot of Palestinians, the Israelis knew immediately that their munition wouldn't have caused that kind of damage, and they knew based on the trajectory, but nobody believed them. And at that time, what the U.S. actually did was downgrade our own intelligence to support Israel and stand with it, that we know definitively this wasn't an Israeli attack. By the time the United States did that, it was too late. The information war had already been lost, and the world saw Israel as an aggressor who targets hospitals. And what the world wasn't willing to listen to was the fact that Hamas knowingly, willingly was using hospitals to hide hostages, to hide fighters, to hide munitions and other aspects. And so this, I think, is a element of current warfare that is here to stay, and no democracy has a good answer for how to go on the offensive in information war, because the enemy, generally they're not democracies, they don't have hierarchies, they don't have systems of approval like we do in democracies.
They're not bound by the same ethics.
They don't play by the same ethics. They can spread terrible, disgusting lies, and we are immediately on the defense. And I think that's been a huge challenge for Israel in the court of public opinion, and they are learning certain lessons. And I think any law-abiding country who cares about the rules-based international order and cares about any enemy knowing that they can't get away with something like October 7th has to be studying the information element of what has happened and taking some really important lessons.